All right, we're back for our last hour. So, we've kind of cemented down a basic plan here. Well, let's go over the steps that you need to accomplish and what the overall plan is, just so that because there's been a lot of discussion on it as to what the final plan is now.
Okay. So, step 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to start writing this out on a notepad.
You're like, maybe I should write this down so I remember too. That sounds like a good idea.
Step 1. Basically, get some PETA members to join us on a night at the zoo.
Yeah, there you go. Good start.
And then so we're gonna have them cause a ruckus at the mistreatment of the gorilla when it freaks out. That's probably step 3.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2, gorilla freak out.
Yeah. Full gorilla and freak out.
Yep. Some good steps. So
somewhere in there, invisible Nathan.
Somewhere in there, invisible Nathan, followed by Nathan becomes a woman. Not really, but everybody thinks Nathan is a woman.
Dawn has been waiting for Nathan to become a woman.
How does spending willpower work?
Normally it's for an automatic success. Or
It's
there's
an automatic success that cannot be cancelled by a 1.
Yes. So you can't actually botch it. The thing is, you can still. It doesn't prevent failure, but if you would get no other successes on your check, or you would get what would have been a botch, instead it's like marginal success, or success with a cost, kind of thing. But it will allow you to succeed in a way if you spend a willpower. But you only gain back 1 willpower per session. Or I think it has never come up enough, but like all of it in between major story arcs. But that's that hasn't really come up.
So that means I gain 1 back.
Yes.
I spent 2 last session.
So yeah, you would have 1 back right now. Some abilities and powers use it, like Dawn's chemistry uses willpower to manifest it, and other very potent disciplines tend to use willpower too.
Yeah. Also, me succeeding at anything significant requires willpower.
Yes. There technically isn't a limit. There really isn't a limit to the amount of willpower you can spend in a turn, but you can only spend 1 for the extra success. Basically, if you're doing something that involves using willpower anyway, you can still spend a willpower to get the extra success.
Cool. Also, we've got step 0.
Mm-hmm.
Drug and steal phone of vet.
Mm-hmm.
Also become the vet.
That's step 4.
No.
Gotta do that before you get to the zoo.
I need 5 successes, and it costs a blood point for each try.
You will notice if Nathan becomes the vet, so he's going to be trying to become the net vet for a while, and it might require him to use a bunch of blood. So effectively, he'll become what he's thinking, I think is what he's saying, is he'll become the vet, put on clothes that makes it not noticeable that he is the vet, go on the tour invisibly, so it just looks like someone that's maybe like wrapped up in like, a chilly night or something, on tour, and then can basically reveal I'm the vet when needed in the gorilla house.
So, okay.
Actually,
so I
get away from the gorilla house, and so that I can answer the phone.
Step 4, step 4 is I impersonate vet to stay with gorilla. Stay in calm gorilla. Stay in calm gorilla.
A lot of people are going to be a vet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cross-dressing going on here, and that's fine.
Well, I'm not cross-dressing.
No, he's not going to be her.
Oh, you're going to be a different vet.
He's
I'm
going to
gonna
be
pretend
some
I'm a vet from
American.
America.
Oh.
And
American vets, better than your European vets. America.
not better, just actually present.
Yes.
Call in fake Nathan vet. Take away vehicle. Away virulent vehicle. Seven, ditch and burn vehicle. Okay, so step 0, drug and steal phone event. Step 1, get PETA to join us for a night at the zoo. Step 2, ghoul gorilla and cause it to freak out with invisible Nathan. Step 3, get PETA to start a riot, which will cause a distraction. I will, step 4, I impersonate a vet to stay and calm the gorilla. Step 5, they call in fake Nathan vet. Step 6, we take the gorilla away. Step 7, we ditch and burn the vehicle. I don't like the plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Everything's gonna go wrong.
Everything.
Oh,
It's
Of
gonna be
course.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Look, I already know where something's going to go horribly wrong, and you don't know where that is yet.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's PETA.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, probably. Do we even want to include PETA? Seems like a liability at this point.
We could hire fake PETA,
Might be a little better.
get them to pretend, and then they just freak out when we want them to.
I kind of like this a little bit better. I mean, because that's the thing about PETA. Everyone hates PETA anyway, so, like, no one's gonna deny that they did some weird stuff with a gorilla.
Everyone wants to frame PETA.
So now instead of finding a private PETA place, we're going to go on Reddit or 4chan.
Yeah, or Craigslist.
Yeah.
You're gonna look for people that aren't members of PETA, but can pretend to be members of PETA and are angry about animals?
We're gonna hire actors, yeah. Or thugs, whichever, you know.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's better that we don't tell them our plan. Just say, oh, hey, we're gonna stage a protest. We want to hire you as protesters.
Or we get gang members who've had a whole bunch of crackdown recently, have a lot of trouble doing crime, and we say, here's a bunch of money, we're going to take you to the zoo, all we want you to do is get angry about the treatment of the gorilla when we signal you.
Got it. I like that. That seems
Yeah.
like the best idea.
Also, they might pretend to be the Scooby Gang with us again.
True. Alright. So, step 0.
Find a
Booking
gang,
the
I guess.
tickets. Oh. Finding a gang,
Oh.
then booking the tickets.
Yeah, that probably should be, that should actually probably have been step 0, is get the gang, and then step 1, whatever. Anyway.
And the last step is Dawn has a great time at the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Up until things happen at the Gorilla House.
Yeah, she's gonna ignore that bit. She's just gonna go along with the tour still if it carries on.
Okay.
So, can I use Streetwise to
Sure.
find
Streetwise wits to find some local gang.
boy? Oh boy. Wits, and where is there this?
Ouch.
You don't really have any success finding any of the local gangs. Like, you can find people that you think are kind of thuggish or mean or anything, and there are those around in some of the seedier places in Berlin, but the unfortunate thing seems to be that the crackdown has definitely kept whatever gangs are around, have gone under.
What was it
Can
for
I
the
help
gang?
him?
I was gonna say, yeah, can Dawn go look?
Sure, you can roll streetwise wits too.
Where's my wits? There's my wits. I have some streetwise. If I can find it. Which I cannot.
Near the top.
Oh my god, it is right at the top.
It's
Yay!
Okay.
I'm helpful.
Dawn was clever and probably
you
asked
said
one of the
6.
ladies I brought over to feed on.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn speaks to the
difficulty
women you
6.
bring over.
Yeah. I also
Okay.
answer.
Okay. So yeah. You'll ask around. You'll find out about some members of a local group. Pretty street thuggy. Don't do anything major, but they sound like they might be a group that you could use. They seem to hang out at one of the a local German dive bar. It's got like some very techno metal German music going on in the background, and they're very punks and yeah. What you want, American?
Oh,
That's good.
if only it was a goth club. I know how to fit in there.
You've had practice.
I had more than practice. I fit in great.
I suppose this indicates that you speak at least some English.
Yeah, yeah. I heard you for asking around for people.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the zoo?
Why?
Well, oh my. My friend here is interested in going to see the animals. And groups such as yourselves seems like they might be interested in visiting the zoo as well. You strike me as nature types.
We have already had problems with the zoo, with the ruffians breaking in and causing troubles.
How did that cause trouble for you?
Cops were blaming our group and others. We Zion do not take kindly to people beating up guards and nearly killing a man.
That makes sense.
We would not hospitalize security officers for, what did they say now? Months and months?
Oh god.
Is that a saying?
Look, when I say you did a lot of damage to him, you did a lot of damage to that guy.
That man's just in a coma for the rest of his life.
He'll probably come out of it. Just
You broke his neck, kind of, with a thwunk.
I mean, he bruised me first.
Uh-huh.
I didn't start this.
What is in it for us to get in such trouble? And what would you want us to do with visiting a zoo? There's probably more to your plan than just taking a local gang of thugs to the zoo.
Actually, not very much. Mostly we're hoping to just sort of yell a little bit when the time comes.
So, you're looking to cause a stir, a ruckus at the zoo.
If the right situation pops up, yes.
Yeah. I know some people that would be interested in that. It will still cost you money.
I would imagine.
1,000 American dollars.
Hmm.
And I will hook you up with some people. How many you need? 10? 20?
Not sure. What do you think? Is 5 a good group? Oh, if you were going to go to the zoo for fun, how many people would you go with?
if we were going on a special private tour, I would invite most of the main groups of that are here. 20 of us about. It's costly to send 20 to special events like this.
Well then, how about the zoo, and I'll throw in dinner afterwards, and that $1,000.
Sounds good. American straight man.
I do like the ladies.
He does not understand that comment at all. He just has this
Makes
puzzled
sense.
look when he said that.
So, is it just me, or does 1,000 sound really low?
I mean, it's just a yell, so.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I'm not indicating anything that should be at all dangerous to them.
It's basically
I'm
just
just worried
like
when
Noah.
See, where I get a little bit nervous is you did botch that like roll when we were trying to figure out people to do stuff for us online.
I didn't botch it, you did.
Yeah, you botched it.
I got 5 successes.
Sorry, what I meant when I say you, I meant.
We.
Why did I say you?
Because you're trying to block out the horror. You're like, nope, block that out of my mind. Nothing bad happened. Nope.
I mean, we
It's
did
okay.
say if anything went wrong with vampires tonight, it was Carpe's fault.
That's true.
That's where it's
I
coming
forgot
from.
about that.
That's probably true. I mean, it usually is. All right.
You let me botch.
You let me botch.
That was it.
Okay, so you have basically a meeting time and a date that you can kind of give these folks. He'll give you some contact information for him. Just let me know when you need some people for, and I'll inform them.
Cool.
Excellent. Now get out of my bar.
Sure. Let's go.
Like there's some like German death metal or something blaring, you know, just like very... Because German, as someone that has spoken some of it, it always sounds a little angry. So it sounds even angrier when you're doing death metal.
Dawn's kind of into it, you know.
Yeah. Nathan too.
Just gonna go Google some German death metal to listen to later.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Part 1 appears to have gone well. Or Part 0 appears to have gone well.
Alright, so you've recruited a gang of thugs to make some noise.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2? Or 1? I don't know.
The next, the
there was
next
a
part of the pre-work.
When there was
Now
a...
we're on technically step 0. Technically
There's
just
a-
step -1.
Just like, rather than adding more steps, you just went down further.
Yep.
Step -1. What? Okay.
Look, don't judge my note taking. I
Alright, I will judge very hardly.
but, I mean, what? You don't start. You don't start with -1.
No. Anyway,
What was that guy's name? The guy we're talking to, who we're supposed to hand the gorilla over to?
Sboo.
Cebu, that's right.
Yeah. He's Bonsam. Would you know nothing about what the heck a Bonsam is, so...
No.
But he's some kind of weird vampire, and he seems very African. Beyond that, you don't know.
Okay. Alright.
God damn motorcycles. Heard that.
Alrighty.
So, you've managed to, I guess you're going to figure out a date then, I assume?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Set your
It's
date.
going to be one of the nights that our vet is on call.
Yep. I'm actually going to write down her name so I remember it.
Brigitte.
Brigitte. Desk. Berlin Zoo Vet. Look, my notes, not always great, but I got them there. Anyway.
But do your notes have negative marks?
No, they don't. Look, my notes are this piece of paper, which I have a lot of random things written in various places, which I have to, like, remember where some of them are and, like, which ones are which. Like, here's a good one, where I remember Ryan and his friends. I have it listed. Where they had Sarah, Mark, George, and Sam. The rest of the Smasa. Strike team, oh my god, I pooped myself. Anyway. So, you figure out your date. Phase 0.
I'm practicing several German phrases.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, I'm the vet.
Actually, no. Ja, like to answer the phone.
Uh-huh.
And ich bin in der Gegend, ich bin gleich da. Which is, I'm in the area, I'll be right there.
If I really remember the name, what can I get it with a random name generator? Very true. Well, that seems like some good phrases to learn. Okay. I guess if you have a script, you're not going to be on a phone. You can have a script open so you can be like, like right there to see it too.
And then a couple for use when I'm there.
Yep.
Like,
when any sort of questioning occurs.
yeah.
All right.
Or like,
So
we need to get him to the hospital right away.
how are you going about drugging and stealing from this vet?
Could we see if we could find her dating profile online?
Sure. I guess computer intelligence, then?
Alright, that should not be me rolling it.
Remember, she's 50.
Mm-hmm.
50-year-olds can use Tinder.
I didn't say that she couldn't. I'm just saying, I might have to seduce her.
Oh, like you're upset about it.
I mean, she doesn't mind taking a little money.
I mean, does paying for dinner count?
What's the difficulty for computer intelligence?
We'll just say standard, so 4 for you. Because of the 2 less. Alright, yeah.
Finally, a good roll.
A good roll! She does not have an online dating profile.
God damn
You will
it.
discover that she is happily married, and actually has a decent number of children. One of which is, a couple of which still live at home.
That bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She's messing up our plans.
She's 55, and she had her last child in her late 30s. So it's her youngest, which is in late teens, and there's another one that is in university but living out of home. That's there.
Mm.
She's had 4 children, and the other 2 have moved out. We can say with the number of successes, you've been able to find out a bunch of information about her. Yeah. Her husband is also a doctor, but in medicine, like human medicine. So.
What if you find out when the date night is and just go as her husband?
How many people are you replacing?
I was thinking go in invisibly and roofie them.
I have that too. Yeah, that plan works too, but it doesn't involve seducing her.
That's very true. It involves significantly less risk.
Yeah. That's why Dylan didn't think of it.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, you have no idea what their date nights are. That's like something that you wouldn't know.
That wouldn't be posted online.
No. She doesn't have a huge Facebook presence. Her children tend to have a little bit of them if you want to go in through them, and you can find a couple of things out by them. She is, strangely enough, an avid stamp collector, as well as her youngest daughter seems to share that with her. So she's commented a couple times about that. That's the young one that was like born in her late, so that's like 16 now. That unexpected
so they both
child
have experience using their tongue. Got it.
Oh no.
The other child that's living at home doesn't have a big presence. It seems he's quite studious. He's also studying to be a vet. He's going to veterinary medicine, like his mom. But he's been living out of home because he's at one of the major colleges in Berlin, and
that shit's expensive.
Yeah, and he can actually commute there.
Nice.
Her other two children have already moved out and, have begun, families and careers of their own kind of things.
All right. Well, I guess the next time I'm feeding, I'll see if the young lady or ladies know where I can get some roofies.
Sure. You probably can find out about that. Actually, just give me a quick, manipulation something. Let me figure that out. Subterfuge?
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if you necessarily use subterfuge.
Streetwise, maybe?
Sure, manipulation streetwise. That sounds good. I don't know. That's an odd one. Like figuring out how to... added to Google as to where to buy riches. Yeah. You'll talk to them, and they seem a little, hesitant at, talking about this kind of thing. But after convincing them for a little while, they'll be like, yeah, if you know a man who you can get some good stuff from, he will probably have some. As long as you're not using it on any pretty girls like us, yeah, Nathan. So
No.
handsome.
Obviously, I don't need it. This is for a friend of mine who enjoys the feeling. Alright, so I will contact the guy.
Erst ein ziemlich dummer Amerikaner.
Is it the same guy? Is it the same number as the guy we have contact information for already?
No, it's not.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then, I'll give this person a call.
Okay. Ja, brauchst du?
Looking for some roofies.
Ja. American tourist, ja? Roofie, ja. Sure. What is your address? American tourist, one big party, yeah?
Yes, big party. I will give him the address of a bar.
Do you want matching girls too? Yeah?
No. No, that's all right. This is for me and my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ich werde es bekommen. We will get it for you.
Cool. See you there.
Okay.
I'll be in a hat.
Okay. So you'll kind of see like a squirrely like man and like a kind of fur jacket like that, but it's like just it doesn't have sleeves, so it's just like that like puffy fur collar kind of thing, you know. It looks obviously the season's not quite at the point in time where you probably need one of these, but it's kind of bright yellow. He's wearing sunglasses inside there. He's coming up to you.
I'm not actually wearing a hat, by the way.
He's kind of like looking around. He's asking around.
Oh. Put my hat
Du
on.
bist
and start to
einer
walk
Amerikaner?
outside.
Nein, niet. Du bist einer Amerikaner? And eventually he'll come up to you. Du bist einer Amerikaner?
Yeah. I was just leaving.
First du meine Nummern aufholen. Call number.
Ah, yes. Would you like to go get some coffee down the street? I find that this
Party site?
has more alcohol.
Party site. Ja?
I was thinking more coffee. Let's walk.
Du bist keiner Polizei. Polizist.
No. Very, very American.
Gut, gut.
Mm-hmm.
Amerikaner Polizist?
No.
Gut, gut.
I open my trench coat to show that I am...
Ich habe das Zug.
wearing a suit.
Ich habe das Zug. The stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'll have some... I don't know how... He probably would have indicated an amount.
Yes.
And I will have that amount.
Okay. He will sell you some roofies.
Woohoo, roofies.
Wait. Do.
You got roofies.
This is an unusual Zelda game. Okay.
Alright, so yeah.
He seems to be tweaking on something, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do I notice if anyone is following him?
Oh, please roll me a perception alertness.
Okay.
Just see what you can see. To kind of take a check and see if you can see anybody.
Sure.
Yeah, you take a look around. You don't really see any signs of anybody. He seems to be alone, as far as you can tell. He's definitely squirrely.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, no sign of anybody around. Just seems to be you two.
Excellent. So based on my knowledge previous in the States, the bust usually goes down shortly after the sale happens, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if someone's trying to bust me, they're not trying to bust me for the drugs at the moment.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, I will head back. Keeping my eye out to make sure that Squirrely Man is not following me.
No. It seems like he wandered off somewhere. You didn't actually notice. He kind of like wandered off in his own directions, and kind of like when you turned around, he had taken whatever route he was going to take out of the way. And out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Got it. Okay.
So now you've successfully gotten your drugs.
Awesome. Then I will head back home.
Okay. Oh, welcome back. How'd your buyout go?
Ha! Fine. There was a very unusual man.
Oh.
But that tends to be how they are.
You know, it was a lot similar back home. You used to just get it from Nancy down the street.
It's Too bad Nancy's not down the street here. I am
Oh yeah, no.
much more comfortable buying drugs from those I'm familiar with.
Oh yeah, for a while there when I was living in good old Duluth, Nancy, we always knew that she had a little bit of extra business on the side. Mm-hmm. You think that she got to the top of the PTA just by just by influence? No, sirree, no Bob.
You can do a lot with influence. So, I would like to test these out before we use them, just to ensure that they are going to work.
I hope you're not thinking about me. I've got a really great metabolism for that kind of thing.
I was not thinking about you.
Oh, great. Also, I'm worried that if you get me tripping balls, I'll probably go all giant monstrosity and try to rampage a little bit.
Yes, no, like I said, I was not planning on using it on you, Ryan.
Oh, great.
Not this time.
Now I'm thinking about what it would look like to have a giant cockroach tripping balls. And I am planning my next spring break. In the middle of the woods, somewhere remote. Alright, so, let's see, anyone... Can I just test it on one of the prostitutes that I bring in?
I guess sure. Are you gonna drug them with them knowing or without them knowing?
I mean, we have a few nights till this goes down, because we wanted to make sure we had time to prepare, correct?
Yeah, you're kind of getting material already, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you
Then-
don't
Just
that
like order a test kit online.
Yeah. That pretty much, like...
The less direct connection we have to this, the better.
Are you planning on knocking her out and getting the phone the night of it?
Yes.
Because, like, usually the tours seem to be very close after sundown, usually, or a little bit after it. So you're not going to have a huge amount of time to do everything.
That's true, but we do need to roofie her for that night so that she does not have an alibi for what she was doing.
My question to you then is, where are you planning on... Because you don't have a particular lot of time when the sun goes down. Are you planning to rest somewhere else closer to them? They live in somewhere like suburbs Berlin kind of area.
Okay.
I could actually... this may be something that I could handle, because I have early riser. And I also have Protein 3, which allows me to basically rest inside natural stone.
Yeah, so basically, or like dirt
Like
stuff.
it basically
So you could like rest outside their house and then like wake up. Ah, time to roofie them.
Patrick, you lie under a rock.
All right.
I thought it would have been funnier if Nathan was like in their basement or something.
We lock Nathan in one of the closets, and he has the key on the inside, so they can unlock it and get in.
That would kind of be fun.
But, I mean, one of these plans is more practical than the other already.
Oh, it always is.
Yeah. Although, how are you going to get in and roofie them without them knowing? Because what I can do is go in and provide the roofies invisibly.
Good point.
Also, do either of you have the ability to break and enter? They might lock up.
I do.
I technically have 1 dot of larceny, although I don't carry a lockpicking set on me.
You can borrow mine.
Fair. But that's also a single point.
Well, if I'm going to do this, the basement is honestly probably the best idea. We can go in and like explore their basement in the middle of the night and see if there are any places where I would be able to remain unnoticed.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
open the door for you once you in. Or a window.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly,
Also, for
I'd probably keep a
normal
key
vampires
in
to
the
wake up a
cabinet.
bit early.
What was that?
Is it possible for normal vampires to wake up early?
You can spend some
Yeah,
blood.
yeah,
Try to wake up
otherwise
before you
it-
need to. You can spend blood to try to do
Okay.
that, but you have to make a humanity roll, I think it was, to wake up early.
Okay.
Dawn's a deep sleeper. She could not wake up for shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That does sound about right. Yeah. I mean, while you're at it, it'd be good to steal her badge.
Mm-hmm. And keys and stuff, yeah.
There we go. Oh, that's right. It's
And-
plus 8. I keep forgetting. There we go.
Next
Okay.
time we get a level up, and I can get Protein 4, a lot of this stuff will be way easier.
I mean, once I can get Obfuscate 4, things will be a lot easier.
That's true too. What does Obfuscate 4 even do?
Oh, no. It's 5 that I need. 5 would allow me to obfuscate everybody.
Ah,
Ooh.
4 is just I can vanish and make people run away in fear.
4 and Protein is I can like turn into a rat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, if you want to wake up a little before sundown in the basement, you will have to have something disturb you. So you'll have to set up like an alarm or something that would disturb you. Whether it's like a cell phone vibrating or something. Then you have to make a perception auspex roll versus very high difficulty to get that, and then you have to make a humanity roll to awaken.
Yeah. That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. So, but if you were there and sundown came, you could wake up right then and there.
Right. And take care of business. And
Well, I could be by and waiting with a vehicle to pick you up. If people are planning to come stop by a little after that, I could get you right then and there. That way, you
Is
don't
it
have to drive.
Is it possible for me to wake him up?
Ooh.
Because once they're drugged, I could probably sneak out.
Yeah. Let me go to... I have to see your early riser, how it exactly works. I mean, because that's going to make a
Yeah, let me.
well,
difference.
I think the trick though is you have to drug them in secrecy, or else
Yeah.
they'll sort of know what happened,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the idea, is to avoid being noticed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You drug them. Like I
Oh.
wake up,
Like we're
We
both
both
there,
get into
you
the
wake me
basement.
up early.
and then yeah, you go and. So let's see. Where's?
Got it.
Yeah. Where's my person? Maybe it's Sophie?
Also, then you'll be right there to help make sure my transformation is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, your humanity pass score is considered 10 for persons dying when you rise each evening. Yeah, so, I mean, it's very easy for you to get up, basically.
Yeah, pass score is okay, so...
I mean, the thing is, you could attempt to have him rise up then, too. I guess pretty... You could at least attempt it.
And it would presumably be a lot easier to notice, like... as opposed to...
Yeah. And since it technically will be, like, right at the edge of evening, like, because most of the time you folks don't, like, get up right at sundown kind of thing. You're just normally, like, around sundown kind of awakening. While, Emil, you're, like, are up on...
Yeah.
At, like, as soon as the sun's down, you're like, boop! Ha-ha!
You're a morning person.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
As those last rays of sunlight are going down, you're like, it's time to meet the evening. Moon's going to be rising soon. It's a great day. A beautiful evening.
I'm about ready to go out for my 3-mile jog. And then eat a protein shake.
And by protein shake, I mean the blood of the innocents. Anyway, okay. Well, we've reached the end of our time, so I think what we do is we're going to pause it right here before you go and do your thing. You've got the drugs you're planning on. Now it's all about getting that information, and basically it's going to be one big set of stuff leading into that actions in there.
Yep.
Protein shake.
Yeah, that was a triple pun.
I just kind of went towards that, and I just swooned off towards the blood thing, just because I'm like, I'm just going to go that direction, we're going to stick with it, boom.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, thank you for joining us this week. It was a good episode, a good session. A lot of talking, but, with the information...
this happens from time to time in these games, where we're just like, okay, we need to do something really dumb. How are we going to do it with the least casualties possible?
That's really the entire session was. This is probably a really bad idea. What can we do to succeed? Ish. It's the best laid plans. Anyway, yeah, so we should be back next week. If something comes up, I will throw it in my Discord and Twitter, both linked down below, if something's coming up. Why don't I have these people give shout-outs about themselves, where to find them, what they do, and stuff like that. Let's start with Carpe.
I am the CarpeDM. You can find me on Twitter, mostly, but I am also on YouTube. And, of course, here. I mostly play Warframe right now, but... yeah, good times.
And then let's do, since I did the two of you in reverse order for records, let's do, or the other one order, let's do Worm today to start out in a second.
Yes, I am Diamondwyrm, Twitch and Twitter. I will start streaming regularly soon enough. I don't know, I just need to figure out a schedule. I need to get certain things squared away. Things just keep happening. It's kind of crazy.
Life gets at you.
Yeah. It's also the worst when it's like you don't have a routine and you're trying to start a routine and things keep happening.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be. Although I've started using Twitter more again recently.
I try to stop by, but I am very bad. Like Sunday, when I was going with my father to visit my grandmother in New Jersey, I had an hour and a half of driving. I checked Twitter. When I don't normally have that excuse for doing nothing for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I've just started like having it open on the side, and I'll check it every now and then.
For me, it's like, hey, these people that I follow that I like, like, it's like, occasionally, like, Jess, I'll check out her stuff, or Carpe, I'll check out his stuff, or like I'll check your stuff, or things like that. I'll like go to people, I'll be like, what have they been doing on Twitter? But speaking of Jess,
it's me, Bubblegum Viking, on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I've had migraines for 3 weeks.
It's
I'm dying.
Please don't die. We like you.
I'm just gonna die. That's it. That's the end.
You're very nice, and you make good vampires and/or evil characters.
I am good at being evil. That is true.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I did a cross-stitch stream, which was mostly 3 hours of me untangling thread.
Oh, God. When I saw you were doing cross-stitch, I was like, God, I have a friend, and she does cross-stitch, and so, like, back in the day, when we'd be role-playing in person, she'd be sitting there doing cross-stitch as we're role-playing.
Oh, that's a great idea. I should do that.
See, I almost need to figure out something like that to do, because you see me, like, keep looking down, and it's because I'm just, like, fiddling with something I have around.
But the thing is, what
And
she
it's
always
like-
complained about is it involved her a lot of correcting it and taking out the stitches, because she kept missing stuff, because she would, like, switch to, like, oh, my character's doing this. Damn it, I missed a stitch.
Yep. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I did my first ever cross-stitch off-stream, and I did it perfectly. I fucked up, like, twice, and I fixed them. I have fucked up half of this and had to unstitch half of it already.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kept getting distracted.
It's what happens when you're doing stuff. That's why we told her, don't cross-stitch while you're role-playing, and she's like, eh. Some people just don't listen.
No.
Yeah, but for myself, Dracovin, I'm here very often most days of the week. My daily streams have been kind of off because I haven't been doing any gaming streams, but if you're looking for, those should kind of come back at some point soon. I do want to do some things for Halloween, but I haven't quite figured it out. I'm probably at least going to do a one-shot at one time, but I don't know when, or with who yet, or particularly what system. So, working on that. But if you're looking for other games, we had Records of Evil earlier today. That's 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. An evil D&D game that has both Jess and Worm in it. And I have another D&D game on Thursdays, Madness of the Land, which is a little bit more traditional fantasy adventure. Oh, and I probably should announce that there is a bi-weekly game that started this last week on Sundays from 7 to 10. Also D&D, run by my co-host for my discussion show, Joe. So that's the role-playing schedule. And I've got a discussion show on Saturdays. The schedule down below has to be corrected, but it's mostly correct. Links down below are the rest of them. And I think that's it. Sure, I think I'm better than I was for Records of Evil when I came to, like, the ending shill. I don't remember anything ever anymore. But, you know...
Honestly... It's
been 6 hours today. It's been fun, but I'm ready to go take a small nap.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Thanks everyone for joining us. We should be back next week, and have yourself a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.